Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is the Dark Souls of Scooby-Doo movies. They both manage to feel like their predecessors, Scooby-Doo retaining its humor, and Dark Souls feeling like an old-school video game that is impossible to beat, while adding new ideas into the mix. Zombie Island was able to find the perfect balance between old and new, as the movie is nearly universally praised, unlike when they tried adding too much makeup onto the Scooby-Doo characters. Throw them in Fred's washing machine trap, quick! Phew, that's better. Being the first Scooby-Doo movie, I've had the time to examine it thoroughly. I had many questions without any answers, and so I took it upon myself to come up with some theories, and after finding real evidence to support them, I am without a doubt sure that they are 100% non-sarcastically real. So get in the mystery machine, and pack your questionably long ladder, cause we're gonna solve some mysteries. Theory number 1. Norval Shaggy Rogers doesn't have taste buds. As far as I know, Shaggy's never described what something tastes like, besides saying that it was delicious or good. When he says this, he obviously is only guessing based on what he smells.
Smells great!
Or is explaining how good the food he ate was at tasting. If you're not big-brained enough and are wondering how Shaggy can detect spice, it is because it burns his mouth, and he can also tell how stale something is due to its texture.
Like too long, Velma. They're stale!
Some more evidence backing this theory up is that he enjoys everything he eats, including dog snacks.
And oh yes, a little fish food. This might jazz it up.
Also, when he eats a sandwich in the movie and Scooby inhales everything except for the bread, Shaggy can't even tell any difference, besides that his hunger hasn't subsided.
Like that was a lot less filling than I thought it would be.
Theory number 2. Moonscar Island, and therefore the entire Scooby-Doo universe, has connections with the Bean Kingdom, and thus the entire Mario universe. The Scooby-Doo gang is given some unknown red drinks by Simone. Not suspicious at all. Which can't be wine, as every member of the group is underage, though that hasn't stopped Shaggy from downing liquid that looks like beer before.
Down the hatch!
I assume that the liquid is Chocola-Cola from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. There is no evidence of Chocola fruit growing on the island, but they probably have syrup there, and the residents love jokes, one of the key ingredients of Chocola-Cola.
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
Simone and Lena said that being a cat was a curse alongside having to drain people's lives, so I believe that they are trying to brew a form of Chocola-Cola called Chocola Reserve. Despite only having been proven to work for belly black worm infecteds, the drink does turn monsters back into humans, so perhaps Simone and Lena thought that they could stop becoming cats and still stay immortal. I personally would give up immortality but find a way to stay a cat, cause you know, those pussies get like 16 hours of sleep. Some more evidence is that we have no idea what happened to the spirits of the settlers that were eaten by alligators. They didn't become zombies, so they must have left their bodies behind, leaving skeletons under the sea. I think somehow the skeletons gained consciousness and adopted new personalities due to their lack of spirits. They constructed a boat from the remains of the Maelstrom and dubbed the SS Chocola after discovering the fruit later in their lives. They crashed near the Bean Kingdom. It's impossible to know if this evidence is true because the movie doesn't tell you what happened to the dead settlers, but considering the skeletons found in Superstar Saga have no backstory, it could easily be that. Theory number 3. Bo is dead and now a zombie. My concerns started when he was shown without pupils once, which is pretty creepy and zombie-like. Maybe this is what happened to Herobrine. Bo also happens to be an undercover detective, and as he would only get the job if he was worthy, he must be pretty good at being undercover, even pretending to be human, though it didn't fool Fred.
And what about Bo?
What about him?
He's dead! I started to question if he was even part of the police, so I zoomed in on his badge. It looked normal enough, besides that maybe the animator should have wrote what state or country it's for where this line is. His ID is high spook level though, and I mean higher than Shaggy when he asked where's the caveman. Police is written in blocky, unprofessional letters at the top, and 3 yellow lines are where his description would be. There wasn't an attempt to make them look like words, and the lines don't even exist at all in a previous frame. Very ghostly. Also in the picture, his eyes are black, so not only is he Herobrine, but also Tomska from Ed's World. I'm guessing that when killed, Bo had his badge and ID stolen, classic criminal stuff, leaving him no choice but to try and fake them. He's not positive his superiors will buy the story they experienced in the movie because of his poor attempt at a copy badge. And lastly, theory number 4. Norval Shaggy Rogers is only using 1% of his power to open his jaw this wide. About here is how far mere mortals can open their jaw, but by cutting out the black area from his mouth, we can decipher that Shaggy can open his jaw 23 more times than this. Average men can open their mouth 50 to 60 millimeters. Even if we lowball it for Shaggy and say the original picture was 50 millimeters high, he would still be able to open it 1,150 millimeters, or 3.7-ish feet. Now, I'm a mathematician, trust me, I passed first grade, so I know that open mouth height directly correlates to bite strength, and Shaggy is inflicting 3,450 pounds per square inch. Absolutely incredible.